But another thing as well, and I thought I'd read this because this was brought up. Now, I'm not sure who reported on this. I think it was Fox Footy, to be honest, but there was a whole entire Instagram post dedicated to this by Tiger Ambush, which is like, if you're a Richmond fan, usually come over their
fan
post.
page.
They've got a lot of good content, if I'm going to be honest. But they've said Richmond are reportedly interested in luring Collingwood star. Now I'm going to say that because this guy he's a star at touching people up in America. Let's be honest there. But they're apparently interested in luring Collingwood star Jordan Degoey to Punt Road. Geelong and St Kilda are considered to be the front runners for his service, but allegedly the Tigers have thrown their hat in too. And then he says his whole entire stuff, like saying, personally, I wouldn't want anything to do with Degoey. I mean, obviously not, because he's not gay, so you wouldn't want that guy coming and touching you up, would you? But, and he only seems to want to touch up chicks overseas, so it's not like Dusty's old chopstick incident, wherever that was. But who do you think? Yeah, who do you think gets Degoey at the end of the day? Do you think it's a Geelong, St Kilda? Do the Tigers, are they a late team that swoop in, or does he stay at Collingwood? Because this is your player. You love some Jordan Degoey. You like touching.
Oh.
We won't get into that.
That's a bit questionable.
No,
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Degoey fan, but I would not be opposed to keeping him around, especially after how he's played the last few weeks, and if he can keep up this form into September. To say we don't need him on field is a bit, like we definitely do. And as long as there was behavioural clauses in his contract and, like a games played quota or a suspension quota or something like that, then I would have no worries bringing him back because he's worth it as a player.
Yeah. Does he get back though?
Apparently he's indicated that he wants to stay, but if we're not willing to give him any sort of long-term security or something, or another team just gives him a irrefusable offer, then yeah, I wouldn't be too shattered with losing him, but he's played really well, and if he continues to do so, we should probably keep him.
Yeah.
Would hate to see him get to Geelong and become the next bloody Stengel, but on crack.
Jesus Christ, bro. Before I get into them, though, I do want to say I'm glad North Melbourne aren't going for him, because I think this is the last thing North Melbourne need at this point is a bloke like that on their team. There are a lot of issues, and I mean, luckily for Richmond, just choking the shit out of the couple games that they did halfway through the year. Lucky for them, because if Richmond didn't do that, North Melbourne would possibly have gone down as one of the worst team in the AFL history. They would have had one win, lowest percentage nearly ever. Now I think they've got like 2 wins, lowest percentage ever. They're still obviously top 10 worst teams to probably ever play the game. Yeah, top 5 easily if we're not counting foundation squads. But I'm glad they're not going after Jordan Degoey. They would give up a lot of money.
One troubled Collingwood forward is enough, especially when he doesn't know where the ball is. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know who Will Burton is talking about, he's talking about R2D2, obviously. Whatever happened to that bloke? What's his name? Who did they sign? What was his name?
What?
You know the
talking about Jaden Stevenson.
I know you're talking about Jaden Stevenson, but they also traded away another Collingwood player that one time.
Yeah, it was Atu Bozanovalagi.
No! How did I not remember that? No, but seriously though, Jaden Stevenson.
It's close.
I was that close, man. I said R2D2. Surely that's good enough, bro. I tried to take the spotlight off Jaden Stevenson because he's had a rough week. I mean, Buddy Franklin nearly Batista bombed the ball into his back of his head because he wasn't watching.
He should have.
I don't know why Buddy
didn't. It would have been more valuable than the goal.
Why did Buddy saw he wasn't looking, so instead of Buddy just going, around the corner, kicking it over his head, he nearly pinned the ball into the back of Stevenson's head. Like, no one's thinking about that Buddy actually kind of messed up the kick himself and nearly pinned the ball into the poor bloke's head. So it happens when you're left footer, mate.
You make a turnover that poor. Not watching the ball afterwards. I have never seen a more boneheaded act on a football field.
That's why I'm glad.
Terrible.
I'm glad North Melbourne are not going for Jordan Degoey now. It is a great move that they've
built a culture.
Yeah, it's honestly great that they've stayed away. I'm saying that St Kilda have a lot of issues to worry about before they sign Jordan Degoey, I think. Because right now...
The only teams where Degoey would go other than Collingwood where he succeeds to the level that he has at Collingwood or above is Geelong and Richmond because they've already got those established cultures, especially bloody Geelong. I'm so sick of them. If they got him, they'd be just about unstoppable.
Yeah. Well, St Kilda, their backline, man. Like, I just can't with their key backman. Like, you've got poor Dougal Howard. Like, he's already been stitched up enough with his
trying
parents
to conquer
naming
four
him
world
Dougal.
dynasties.
Yeah, and he's having to play number one key back every week when at Port he was like a third or fourth option in some weeks. Same issue with Bulldogs and Alex Keith. Like, Alex Keith for the last 2 years.
Oh, it's worse at the Dogs.
Yeah, their number one key back. And then the other week they dropped him, and I genuinely thought I was getting the call up to play key back for the Dogs. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what's going on.
This man is everywhere. He's going to be
everywhere.
on the PGA tour soon.
They call me Mr. Worldwide. the Mr. 305, bro. Checking in real quick.
Through the wastelands, through the highways.